Okay, looks like we're good. I think we're going to be fine. Let's just get this over and done with so we can go to Barnes & Noble.
Well, hello there. Welcome to On the Beat, the podcast that uncovers full frontal male nudity in cinema. My name is Laura, and I am joined by my cruising sidekick, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather be known as a cruiser than a bruiser.
That's right.
Yeah,
Really?
That's right. I mean, yeah, well, some say you're cruising for a bruising.
Indeed.
If you kind of, you're a bit smart-mouthed.
My parents always said that to me when I was little and threatened me with violence.
Yeah, you're well, the thing is, it all comes down to, like, context and tone. You know, if someone goes up to you and you're like, you're cruising with a fucking bruising, that's slightly different. But if they go, oh, you're cruising for a bruising.
Well, in the 90s, you could hit kids. So,
yeah,
it did
us no harm.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm just,
I just don't
physically
flinch.
scarred.
I don't
don't flinch anymore.
When my mom tries to hug me. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Oh my gosh, we are talking about the 2023 black comedy thriller Rotting in the Sun, directed by Sebastián Silva. You know why we're talking about this movie?
It's because the last film wasn't gay enough.
That's absolutely correct.
So we found some of the gayest stuff we could find.
I wanted Strangers by the Lake, but like funnier.
Buttholes. Butthole pleasures.
Unsimulated sex.
Yeah.
I felt wronged
so
by the dreamers. I wanted that unsimulated gay sex and at least 40 penises, and that's what we got with Rotting in the Sun. So This film stars Jordan Firstman, Catalina Saavedra, and Sebastián Silva. So Jordan and Sebastián kind of play alternate versions of themselves in this movie. And the synopsis that I pulled from Letterboxd is: a filmmaker facing an existential crisis goes on a vacation to a Mexican gay nudist beach where he meets a social media celebrity who convinces him to collaborate with him on his new TV show. But one disappears, and another embarks on a wild journey through Mexico City to find him. To be fair, he actually doesn't really leave.
He doesn't do a journey.
He doesn't
for the most
journey.
Part. No, if journey means he stays in the one place.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
But that's okay. The timeline.
I mean, you know what? That sounds like a better second half to the film than what we got. I would say.
I disagree. The tagline of the film is an almost true mystery. So.
Okay. Well, yeah, whatever that means.
Would you like to tell us about the director? I think that I've seen at least one of his movies. So.
Yeah, I don't. This is the first one I've seen, I think. But we have Sebastián Silva. I don't know if I want to do his last name, like his other God-given name. There's reasoning for why he has two separate names, but I think it's Arazazav. Yeah, no, I can't. There's no way. There's no fucking way. I just can't do that. He's a Chilean director, actor, writer, painter. Yeah, does that work? Yeah, because I couldn't say that. And he's also a musician. There's a small collection of music since about 2003 till about like 2005. That's kind of where it kind of goes off. So, as we might have already mentioned, if you haven't already guessed, very openly gay. He
Go on.
But we'll get into some of his filmography.
Is he very openly gay. What? Go on.
Well, he is, isn't it? I mean, you watched the same film I did. But yeah, we'll go into his filmography a little bit. His debut was in 2007 with Life Kills Me, and then the rest is kind of like a smattering of other things. The Maid from 2009, Old Cats in 2010, Magic 2013, Nasty Baby from 2015, Tyrell from 2018. But yeah, he did write and direct the HBO show The Boring Life of Jacqueline in 2012 as well, though.
Did you mention Crystal Fairy and the Magical Cactus?
No, I didn't.
In 2013? Okay, so that one he directed, and that film is directly referenced in this film.
Right, I see. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I felt like a fool after because I did my notes, like my director notes before we watched the movie. I was just like, I definitely didn't write that one down because I know why. It was
Oh,
long.
okay. Crystal Fairy. Yeah, Crystal Fairy's great. It's got Michael Cera in it. I've seen that
Okay,
movie.
I
He's
see.
trying to get high off of this cactus, and it's just like a really difficult thing to do. It's a journey.
Yeah, okay, I see.
So the title of this film came to the director when he spent time visiting a friend who lived in the Mexican countryside. And he got there and he's like, "What do you do here all day? I'm like rotting in the sun." And his friend's like, "Well, yeah, what else can you do?" And he felt like it just described so much about the world at the moment.
Okay,
And Sebastián Silva said, "It's not a movie about dicks and it's not a gay movie. It's a thriller, a crime mystery, a dark comedy, making critical commentary on the state of culture and selfishness right now." Um, he said initially he wanted to make a movie about, quote, "what a fucking puppet I was." And he was going to call it The Muppets, and it was going to be unclear who the Muppets were and who he was poking fun at. But he wanted to poke fun at everyone in the movie because everyone is so self-centered.
okay,
And just like it is in the film, Sebastián Silva had not heard of Jordan Firstman before they met. And he said, when I met him, he told me about his social media success. And I was like, wow, this is so profoundly sad, but funny at the same time, to be completely honest.
Oh man, yeah.
Because Jordan had invited Sebastian out for dinner with some friends, and he was just like how he is, very forward, like very aggressive, a lot of
Right.
sexual chat, saying stuff like, "Can I suck your cock? How big is your cock? Do you like big cocks?" And so Sebastian asked him, "Are you willing to play yourself? And for me to write a character and a portrayal of you that is truly humiliating and shows your lifestyle, would you have explicit sex on camera as often as you do in life?" And he was laughing at Sebastian basically insulting him, and he thought, I am going to get along with this weirdo. Jordan Firstman's rise to fame is just kind of like how it's described. He began posting videos to Instagram, kind of those like self-facing videos,
Right.
mostly during COVID, of his impersonations and impressions, like the ones that you see in the movie. The town gossip who has "no more gossip during quarantine," summer 2020, banana bread's publicist, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
It's
Right.
so interesting because I didn't get it while watching the movie that they were playing versions of themselves. It took me a minute to actually understand that was happening because I understood that the director was Sebastián Silva and he's playing Sebastián Silva in the film. And then he mentions Crystal Fairy and I'm like, well, who's this other guy? I thought it was just like a character in the film.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh no, this guy is actually a famous Instagram comedian, but he has never come across my Instagram desk. So it's interesting. It's like, it seems like everyone that you are friends with on Instagram are seeing the same kind of junk.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe we have, and we just haven't seen it because we'll recognize it now, maybe.
He'll probably pop up now because our phones can hear us, right?
It can, yeah. Now that you've said his name like 50 times,
Yeah.
It'll definitely probably show up now. But yeah, I don't know. I think the whole premise of the film and the tone of the film, at least when it starts, for me, is like spot on. I think it's great. I think it's really funny. Certainly that opening section with the homeless man taking a shit and stuff, and we get to meet Chima, like his lovely little dog, and all that. Like it just, that scene goes places, and it's quite kind of, it's kind of funny and it's uncomfortable at the same time. Because then like he's like some passersby call him an abuser for hitting his dog because the dog was eating the homeless man's shit. And then he has to come home and it's fucking chaos. There's like walls being removed and he's just like, obviously nothing. It feels like there's a constant hum that goes over the whole thing when we're in Mexico City, and then like there's the chaos at home and the photographer arrives and like his paintings gets all fucked up because the maid, I'm assuming it's the maid, is literally a moron. For the most part.
Oh my gosh.
She is. She's a dumbass. And it's like, yeah, I mean, like, she's not good at what she does. Because by the end of the movie, after everything that happens and stuff like that, she does get fired, and rightly so. But yeah, no, I like this opening section. It's very funny. It's very chaotic. It's very fucking loud. It's very noisy. There's also an element of pretentiousness about the whole thing that just kind of exudes it. And he likes to take ketamine, and like the photographer arrives, and it's just like, no, you're taking photos now, and it's just like this endless barrage of horse shit. But yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, but the problem is it starts so strong, but to me, like it just kind of dwindles a little bit more towards the end.
Well, I was going to bring up, because you brought up the homeless poop, okay? So, obviously, animal abuse is horrific, and when he smacks the dog in the movie, it makes me very sad. That's his dog, by the way. It's his dog.
Yeah, he might just be... Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't really hit the dog.
He kind of smacks the dog, unless it's just a trick of the camera, and they added in a thing. The dog looked like it was flinching. But
no, I mean, any dog's going to do that if you raise your hand to it.
I'm just surprised that you didn't bring up the fact that happened to me and to us in real life with my dearly departed dog, who, when we were living in Scotland, I let him, because he was 18 years old, this little guy, my precious little son, and he was basically blind and deaf, and I would like bring him to the park.
Sense of smell was working though.
Princess Street Gardens, right?
Yeah, happens to be certainly at night. It's not anywhere you want to be at night because it's a homeless encampment.
Yeah,
at least that part of the gardens where you happened upon this. Was that the same part of the gardens where you slipped off that?
Yes. Yes, it was. Okay, so we go down there because I was living in a flat in the middle of the city in Edinburgh, and there's no grass or anything. And I have this dog that I brought from Florida in Scotland, and this boy needs a little bit of grass to just, touch grass, feel like he's at home.
Yeah.
Bring him down to the gardens, and I'm letting him loose because he can't run anywhere. He can't go because he's 18 years old. Anyway, he gets into the bushes, and that boy has had a crazy nose, and that boy loved eating shit. That dog loved eating poop.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. But he found a full-size human shit. And this is a little dog, maybe 25 pounds. And that dog gobbled this turd like nothing I'd ever seen before. And I think I was like screaming and crying in the middle of this park. And you and I, Ryan, had just started dating. And then I've got this dirty dog with a mouthful of homeless shit in his mouth, or unhoused person's feces.
Yeah.
Just gobbled down that massive turd. It was probably the biggest turd I've ever seen in real life. And it was like at half the dog's body, and he ate it so fast.
Yeah.
And
that's fucking funny.
So yeah, I'm very that scene in the movie is very close to my heart because I thought it was happening again like a couple weeks later. So I went to see if I could stop the dog from eating the poop, and then I jumped on a stump, and then I fully slipped and fell on my butt. And he wasn't eating poop or anything. I was just like traumatized.
I was there. Yeah.
Yep, you were there both times.
Yeah, I was there both times. It was easily some of the most horrific things I've ever seen in my life.
Yep. Yep. I remember that. This moment in the movie really brought it home for me.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about when you slipped on the stump, on the wet stump.
I thought you thought that was
the
funny.
Wet stump. No, I was appalled. So,
people that have listened to our Stranger by the Lake episode, this is almost similar. It's not as frequent throughout the film, but there is full frontal male nudity chock-a-block in the beginning of this movie from about 11 minutes and 40 seconds. It seemed like it was going on a lot longer, but not in a bad way, to about 21 minutes through. So you've got about 10 minutes straight of Sebastián Silva on this nude beach because he goes to like relax, right?
Yeah.
And get laid. Mm-hmm. So he goes to this cruising beach in Zicatela, which is the fictional name for a beach that I'm not going to pronounce properly, Playa Zipolite in Oaxaca. So he goes to read his book, which is called The Trouble with Being Born, because he's suicidal and he wants to find phenobarbital, right?
It's the chemical they use when they put down animals.
Yes.
So they say dogs in this, but like when they put down animals, it's they put them to sleep chemical.
So he's like obsessed with it, and he's drawing like little cute doodles in his notebook. It's like he was in love with someone, phenobarbital. And he's just on the beach, but inundated with nude men, penises out, open sexual encounters.
Yeah.
Before he runs into a fan who is Jordan Firstman. But this is the first gigantic dick scene of this movie.
Yeah, because it's also like embroiled in all of the, I guess, all the chaos of this very openly male. Like, I mean, you also said there's like children running around as well.
There was some kids.
Yeah, it was, so it's obviously it's like an occupied beach. This is what, I think a lot of this is very real, but.
Yes, no, it definitely is.
Yeah, no, it's like, because like in the midst of this, Jordan's almost drowns, and in trying to save him, Sebastian then also drowns, or almost about to drown. This whole thing, yeah. And you're like, okay, so it's like more opportunities for Sebastian to be like on the ground, and then just being surrounded by cocks at like eye level. For the most part, yeah, because it happens at least 2 or 3 times, like when he's down and he has to get up, otherwise he's just seeing nothing but it's just an eye full of cock.
Yeah.
So
excellent stuff.
Yeah,
very funny.
As jokes go, there are definitely worse jokes out there, and I'm not that it's not a bad one. It's really not a bad one.
No. So what occurs in the movie is pretty similar, at least not at the cruising beach.
Right.
But how they met is pretty similar, because Silva was hanging out in Mexico City, and Jordan Firstman approached him as a fan and said that he had just watched Crystal Fairy and the Magical Cactus, and then Jordan Firstman pulled out his phone to show him his Instagram. He's like, "You don't know who I am? Follow me on Instagram," and then he's like showing him his videos. So a lot of those interactions initially are put into this film.
Right. I see.
But from here is where a lot of the plot happens. And I'm not sure how far I want to go into it necessarily, but
you know what? The story starts off really well. And I don't know, like, it's just going to be my review of it. And I mean, that's just kind of how it is. But it's just like, it's the law of diminishing returns, just the longer it goes on.
Okay.
That's
okay. Because I know you already watched the movie.
Yeah.
Is the fact that Jordan wants Sebastian to work on a TV show with him called You Are Me. And he's calling him. Sebastian doesn't want to do it, but then he ends up kind of feeling like this might be a way for him to make some money. So he lightly agrees to it. And in between him actually meeting up with Jordan to write this thing, because Jordan's going to come to Mexico City and stay in his studio, and they're going to write this thing together. Mm-hmm. Sebastian accidentally falls off the balcony, and it's a little bit of the maid's fault, Vero.
Well, it's 100% the maid's fault. Yeah, I put it out
he
there.
He shouldn't have been on his phone like that, though, and he should have been paying attention. It's also definitely his fault.
It's fantastic.
It's incredible.
Like, the build-up to that moment happening is fantastic. Yeah, it's really good.
So then it turns into a kind of, not a murder mystery necessarily, but like a thriller at this point, because Jordan arrives to Mexico City, to the studio, and he's like, "Where's Sebastian? He's ghosting me." So this is kind of where it happens, where he's trying to do like a detective thing by using his Instagram to be like, "Where is Sebastian? He's ghosting me. Where is my husband? I have to find this man." And obviously he's in a tarp on the roof. Literally rotting in the sun.
Well, the
titular line goes.
Maid's like super guilty, and she started doing silly things, and she started this whole cover-up thing, and that's what the latter part of the film becomes. Yeah,
her trying to cover up the fact that she didn't call the cops, and is having a friend of hers like help hide the body on the roof.
Well, that's the thing. Like, what's even better about this, at least when it starts, is that she's doing all this covering up stuff. She's doing this. She's doing that. And she leaves and goes to a party.
the quinceañera.
Yeah. And
It's
then,
incredible.
Yeah. And then, like, and it just gets more ridiculous from there, but like, it sounds like it's interesting. It feels like to me it just goes on a wee bit too long, all of that stuff.
I genuinely loved it. I was enthralled the entire time. I loved kind of how it shifted from his, Sebastian's suicidal, self-loathing, self-deprecating nonsense, and then shifting into like a thriller mystery that you know the answers to, but Jordan doesn't. And I think that's so funny.
Mm.
I really, really liked it. And I loved the use of, because Jordan doesn't speak Spanish, and he's trying to communicate with everyone around him, and including Vero, who's the maid. And he's using like Google Translate, and he's just tapping Google Translate, saying stuff into it, and then immediately tapping it and shoving it in the maid's face in such an imposing and crude way. And that's not going to work. It's not going to work perfectly. So you're getting everything kind of lost in translation, and I found that so funny. But anyway,
it's a joke. It's a long haul joke that has a really good payoff at the very end of the film.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, like I said, it's just I think the film starts off so strong that the minute that Sebastian is like out of the picture, quite literally, and you're kind of left with the maid character, and like there are some shining moment. It just, to me, it goes on for too long. And I kind of found it just wasn't as good as the first half, And it does have that good payoff with the ending and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just not, to me, it just doesn't pay off as well.
You do miss Sebastian a bit when he's gone.
Oh yeah, because like Jordan, as good as Jordan is, he can't support the picture. Like he just isn't able to do the same sort of comedic timing that Sebastian had, like through the course of the film. So I just think Sebastian was just a lot more interesting to watch than the Jordan character was.
Well, initially, Sebastián Silva wanted to cast Michael Cera in that role because he'd worked with him in The Crystal Fairy and Magic, another film that he did.
Right.
But because he wanted that character to appear in all of the graphic, unsimulated sex scenes, Sarah was not into it. And Silva said, Michael is the coyest person. He would never. And he said he wore a fucking ass prosthetic in This Is the End. So it's like he knew he wasn't going to do it, but he wanted to ask him anyway. And it was...
Just imagine those screenshots.
Yeah.
Like Michael Cera standing in like a room just surrounded by like dicks and stuff.
With a guy with like a 2-foot long dildo in his butt behind him.
Yeah.
So that scene is 1 hour and 5 minutes and 30 seconds into this film. And if you didn't already know, because I've said it 15 times, the sex in this film is unsimulated. All of it.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of dicks in mouths, dicks in butts, dicks everywhere. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, aye. Looks like everybody's having a very good consensual time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this happens because Jordan, who feels like he's been ghosted and feels wronged, has the keys to Silva's studio. And so he brings a bunch of people there, and he has like a little orgy in his bed.
Yeah.
And Jordan Firstman had said, in terms of, working on this movie, he goes, if there's a cock there, I'm going to suck it. That's how my life goes, and that's how a lot of gay men's lives go. It's just there. And regarding the movie, he's like, a cock is in somebody's throat, my cock's in somebody's throat. A guy who plays the cock I sucked has a beautiful cock. I originally wanted the biggest cock we could find. I wanted to be sucking a 12-inch. And he goes, we did casting. Sebastian sent me the first round of casting. I said, oh my goodness, absolutely not. He didn't say, oh my goodness, but he goes, absolutely not, when he saw that 12-inch. So he's very graphic when he speaks. I'm reading quotes.
Okay.
I don't know how many times I said cock. I don't say that in my day-to-day life.
He's very openly gay.
Jordan. Well, I think when you were talking about Sebastian being
all are
very openly gay versus Jordan Firstman, I think would be more of the openly gay camp of gay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's very openly gay.
And then he gets upset because he finds all of this stuff that Sebastian leaves behind, which sends him on his detective journey. He realizes that things are not what they seem.
Well, he knows it's fucked up. And the thing that makes it fucked up is just like he doesn't have his phone.
Right. Or his wallet.
Or is it? Yeah, well, the wallet makes more sense to me than the phone. I guess that's kind of how I grew up. Is it's like, yeah, if you have your phone, as long as you have some money, then you should be fine.
Well, I think we've lived. It'll be turning eventually, but we've lived maybe most of our life without carrying a phone around in our pockets.
Yeah, it will overlap at some point.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah, probably sooner rather than later. Probably. I mean, I had my first phone. I was 18.
Oh my gosh, I guess you're right.
Yeah, mine was 18
but you don't
or 19.
You didn't think about it as much. Like if you left your Nokia brick phone at home.
Well, that was the thing. The phone that my dad, those ones where you see them with the Wall Street bankers, like those phones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like American Psycho, like that one?
Yes.
You had one of those?
It was massive.
How did you get one of those?
Well, it wasn't like one of those, but it was like big. Like it went in a backpack. Like that was something you could not fit in your pocket.
That's so cool.
It's fucking mental. And I remember using it only once. And I used to, I don't know, I could maybe tell this story. Isn't it? I used to work at a cash and carry called Macro, and I used to live in Livingston. That was a good 45-minute drive away from where I was, and I wasn't accustomed to that. And that job was in Sight Hill, super, super, super rough area. I got to see a guy get a blowjob while I was waiting for my bus, and here cites the story.
Cool.
My bus used to turn up around about like an hour after I finished work. It fucking sucked. It was, I finished at 10, so I was there till 11 p.m. And I'm just there, the roughness of Sight Hill, watching men have blowjobs received. And, I remember I was like, I don't think my bus is going to show up. So I used the phone, the only time I used the phone. And I called my dad and I said, Dad, I don't think the bus is coming. He's like, no, you'll be fine. And then I think someone said, oh no, go get him. And he came to get me, but at least within the time frame of him coming to get me to then drive me back, the bus arrived. And he saw it.
Oh.
And he went, he was fucking livid. He was just like, I was in my bed. And I'm just like, oof. I was like, I was mousy back then, so I just shut my fucking mouth. I think what made it even worse was that I had called the phone before, and my dad just came and got me, and there was no problem. This time, however, it was a problem.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, he was not happy with me at all. So, yeah, aye.
I didn't even have a phone first. I had a pager. I had a beeper.
Yeah,
I don't even know how that worked. Like, you get a little beep and then you have to go to a payphone.
Yeah.
And then call.
It's a beeper, yeah.
Stupid. Dumb thing.
Yeah. The end is near.
Oh, wait. I have one more thing. So just before the film premiered at Sundance, which was in January 2023, Robert Pattinson's production company came on as a producer of the film. And I guess Sebastián Silva chatted with Robert Pattinson on the phone. They talked about movies and like his reaction to the movie and who's going to distribute it. And Pattinson told Silva that he loved it, gave it a ton of praise, and said that he found the movie highly accessible.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I'm glad that someone's doing the,
So, yeah. I think Robert Pattinson and Elijah Wood could do fisticuffs over who was putting out Rotting in the Sun. But this one has real dicks in it. Obviously, Greasy Strangler's got greasy sleeves.
What about Come to Daddy? Was that one of his or
I
not?
believe so, yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. All right, okay. Well, I take it all back. I'm really sorry.
I think that they would work very well together, those boys. There you go. I believe that we are going to be on the same page in terms of visibility and context on this motion picture.
Yeah, I probably. Well, I mean, why don't we just say it together? 1, 2, 3.
5.
5.
Okay,
Shit.
1, 2, 3, 5. Docking station.
Oh, Jesus.
Docking station.
Yeah, it's docking station. It's really hard to do. Yeah, it's fives all around.
Fives all around for visibility and context.
It's very apparent.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
You got casual nudity. You've got unsimulated sex. You got boys that love wieners, and they're just having a wonderful time at the beach, in bed, all the time.
Inside, outside each other.
Yeah.
Drowning, not drowning.
They love it.
Having the time of their fucking lives.
Mm-hmm. And for me, in terms of the movie, I know that we're going to differ on this, but I gave it a 4.5. I actually loved this movie. I had a great time. I did not think it was over long. Potentially, we could have lost like 10 minutes, but that's okay. I had a lot of fun watching it. I was not bored at all. I thought it was very funny, very awkward, very cringe, but I think that's exactly what it was aiming to be. And I loved it.
So I'll just recite what I said online for my Letterboxd review. But it was just like, the film's all great up until the point where it just isn't for me. Like that's it. The first half is a lot stronger than the second half. I just didn't find the thriller element of it like that interesting, because I feel like the film was doing such a really good job of like, like really subverting your expectations because of the way things happen so thick and fast in this film. So by the time you get to like the second part of the film, it's like it can only go in so many directions. And yeah, it's a little bit more like, it's just a little bit more disappointing. So at least in the second half. And I gave it 3.5 because I think that's fine.
Sounds like it would be a much bigger difference, but I guess when you're only given 5 stars, that's what you get. But yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of fun.
It's probably closer to like a 3.78 or something for me, which if you round it up, that makes it a 4.
Well, wonderful. We're almost kind of at the docking station there, but that's okay. Well, gosh, thank you. Thank you, partner, for my writing partner, for talking about this film, which was a very stark contrast to what we did the week before. So good times.
I am me and you're also me, or I am you. Or
you are me. You are me. Nothing. If you haven't seen this film yet, which would be weird if you got all the way here and didn't watch the film, but it is streaming on Mubi, MUBI, and you can rate and review us, the podcast, anywhere that you get your podcasts or anywhere that you're listening to this, and you can follow us on Instagram at onthebeat, BITTE. You can find us on Letterboxd, and you can find that through the link in our bio on Instagram. And I think that's it, right? Thanks.
Let's go home.
Thanks for being here.
Out of here.
Coming to you from
Zicatella,
surrounded by wieners. I have been Laura.
Ryan.
Yep. Oh.